Good morning to all. So in our last class, we have discussed about the limitations of that is open chain structure. So the open chain structure have few limitations. So that leads to the formation of there is and some correction in the open chain structure. And that correction is due to the formation of hemiacetals. So what is this hemiacetals we shall see, and how this will be formed also we shall see. So this is what hemiacetals formation. Hemiacetal formation. This hemiacetal formation results in a cyclic structure. So what is that hemiacetal formation we shall see. So this is the aldehydic group. We have in monosaccharide, we have aldehydic group present. Aldehydic group, as well as we have a numerous alcoholic group also. So that is alcoholic in the sense OH groups are present with a carbon chain. So in general I have written not according to monosaccharide. According to monosaccharide also, according to glucose, what is going to happen also we shall see. But before that we'll study with the normal hemiacetal or general hemiacetal formation we shall see. So on oxygen, there is a lone pair of electrons, two lone pair of electrons. Likewise, here also two lone pair of electrons are present on this oxygen also. So here oxygen is more electronegative when compared to hydrogen. So that's why the bond will be broken. So it is O minus and hydrogen with an positive charge. O minus and hydrogen with positive charge, will write it. H with a positive charge it is. Likewise, so there is an oxygen is more electronegative in nature. There is a double bond. The bonded pair is going to shift on the oxygen atom. The bond will be broken. So double bond is there. So it is going to shift on one of the oxygen atom. So it is going to shift on the oxygen atom, one of the bond. So oxygen will be getting a negative sign. Carbon will be getting a positive sign. So there is an force of attraction between the oppositely charged groups now. So we have RO minus, which is being attracted towards C plus. You can make out. So C plus getting attracted towards RO minus. Likewise, we have O minus getting attracted towards the H plus. O minus getting attracted towards H plus. I hope it is clear. So the product formed, will write it. The product formed will be H, C, this is as it is. We have O minus. So O minus it is, the bond will be broken. It is going to shift on oxygen. It is forming O minus there. O minus attracted towards H plus. It forms OH group. And here C plus getting attracted towards RO minus. It forms O minus C plus it is. So OR dash. And this is what called hemiacetal. Hemiacetal. Acetal is nothing but aldehydic group is there. So that's why it is acetal. So if at all, if it is ketonic group also same thing. So C double bond, only carbonyl group is involved. So if it is an ketonic group, we call that one as hemiketal. Ketonic group, hemiketal. So this is responsible for the cyclic structure in the glucose, or it will result in the which results in formation of hemiacetal formation, results in the cyclic structure. Cyclic structure. Okay, so this is what is responsible for cyclic structure of glucose. I hope it is clear. So aldehyde group, you can observe here, aldehyde group is not at all free. So we have studied what glucose pentaacetate is not going to show the aldehydic reaction. It is because in that the aldehydic group is not at all free. It has been converted like this. It has been converted as hemiacetal. So for that reason, it doesn't shows the characteristic aldehydic reaction. I hope it is clear. So now we'll move on to the cyclic structure of glucose. So how we are going to get that cyclic structure, we shall see. Next one, a very important one. Cyclic structure of glucose. Next. So what is going to happen? First I'll be writing the glucose structure. So from that that open chain structure of glucose only I'll be writing. Then we shall see how it is going to form an hemiacetal structure and how that hemiacetal structure will be converted as what a cyclic structure. We shall see that one. So first glucose, we'll write it as it is. Fifth carbon, fourth carbon, OH on the right side, third OH on the left, second, fourth and fifth OH on the right side. That you remember. This is what our glucose. Now we shall see how this is going to form an what a hemiacetal structure. We shall see now. So here we have oxygen with an we have numerous, here also OH, here also OH, here also OH, here also OH is there. So this fifth carbon, that is fifth carbon, if you check second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. On OH there is a lone pair. In all the oxygen, two lone pair of oxygens, two lone pair of electrons will be present. So here hydrogen will be getting a positive charge. Oxygen will be getting a negative charge. The bond will be broken. The bond between oxygen and hydrogen will be broken. So hydrogen forms H plus, oxygen forms O minus. Likewise, the bonded electron is going to shift on oxygen. Oxygen will be getting negative and carbon will be getting positive. I hope it is clear. Carbon will be getting a positive. Now the positively charged carbon. The positively charged carbon is attracted towards the negatively charged oxygen atom. This H plus is attracted towards O minus and this positively charged carbon getting attracted towards O minus. So here O minus, the bonded electron is going to shift on oxygen because oxygen is more electronegative in nature. So that's why it is getting shifted. Due to the shift of this pair of electron, oxygen is getting a negative charge here. I hope it is clear. Then how can we write this structure? We shall see. So the structure can be written as, we shall write down C. It has been converted as O minus H plus, O minus and H plus. I hope it is clear. O minus and H plus. This side hydrogen. Second carbon we have OH and H. Third, this side OH and H. Fourth, OH and H. Fifth, hydrogen. We'll complete that one later. CH2OH, sixth carbon atom. Now we have this O minus is bonded to this carbon. O minus bonded to C plus. How we are going to show is, we are going to show the bond like this. This is how we are going to show this one. So this is how the first carbon atom, this is our first carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first carbon is bonded to fifth carbon through oxygen atom, and this is what how it is going to form and cyclic structure. This is what the cyclic structure is. Once again we'll reduce that one into cyclic form itself. That is what a ring structure only will be writing. Ring structure we are going to write it. So now you just understand the Fischer projection formula, that is open chain structure. By the formation of hemiacetals, it has been converted as an cyclic structure. So now we can write the name here. So we know it is D plus glucose. And in our yesterday's class, we have discussed alpha D glucose and beta D glucose we have discussed. So observe, so if carbon atom, first carbon atom, if OH is on the right side, first carbon atom, if OH is on the right side, then it is called as alpha. Then that is called as alpha. So the name becomes alpha D plus glucose. It becomes alpha D plus glucose. If the same thing, suppose if at all there is no other changes, remaining everything remains same. Only on the first carbon atom, OH is on the right side here. Here OH becomes left side. Only this is the change. Observe, the first carbon atom, OH is on the right side here. In the next form, it may change to left side. That is double bond O, we have written right side. In the next form, we can write that one to left side also, because C double bond O, any side you can write it. If it is on the left side, then this side becomes OH, this side will be H. And the remaining second carbon and not only second carbon, remaining all carbon remains same. Observe this one, this is very, very important, because structures will be asked for 2 marks. Only writing one structure will be, it will be asked for 2 marks. So earlier question paper pattern was like that. So what a structure, cyclic structure will be asked. So here also same thing, everything remains the same. O, and it is an fifth carbon atom. This is the first carbon atom. I hope it is clear. Okay, now you can observe here. So the first carbon atom, OH is on the left side. So we are going to name that one as beta D plus glucose. Beta D plus glucose. I hope it is clear. Followed this one. So you can observe properly. The first carbon atom, OH on the right side, alpha, OH on the left side, it is beta. So now these two structures, that is the glucose structures or the pair of optical isomers. So I'll write the definition. Observe, pair of optical isomers, pair of optical isomers which differ in the configuration, around C1, that is the first carbon, C1 atom. C1 atom are called anomers, are called as anomers, that is alpha and beta. These are the two pairs. The pair of optical isomers which differ in the configuration only around, we can make it as only around C1 atom are called anomers. I hope it is clear. So what are anomers? Anomers are the pair of optical isomers which differ at the configuration at only C1 carbon, first carbon atom. Now, so this thing only we are going to write in the cyclic form. So we shall see how it is, how it will be done. So observe these things properly. So let me write it. So this one we want. So let it be like this only. I'll be showing in the I'll be showing in the next paper how to write this one, because we need to compare the things. Then only it will be easy for you to understand. Cyclic structure of glucose. So this was given by a scientist called Haworth. Haworth had given so the cyclic structure. So that's why it is also called as Haworth's projection formula. Haworth's projection formula, or it is also been called as Haworth's ring structure of glucose, or Haworth's cyclic structure of glucose also it has been called. So, and this is very, very important. This Haworth structures are very, very important. This one we don't know the new question paper pattern or blueprint of the question paper. But in earlier cases and all, this is a very, very important question. And in new pattern also, important question will remain the same. But it was asked for 2 marks earlier. So, we don't know it how it will be and all. So, and it is one of the very important questions. So, remember properly. Now, so how we are going to write this structure is. So, the structure is exactly similar to an pyran. So, this is what our pyran is. Pyran. So, this let it be here beside this one. So we shall see that how we are going to write that cyclic structure. It will be related to this pyran, we shall see. So now you observe first carbon and fifth carbon is bonded through oxygen atom. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups are there. You can observe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon and 1 oxygen. I hope it is clear. It is similar to this one. So 5 carbon atoms, 1 oxygen atom, and it is forming a ring structure. The same way here, 5 carbon atoms, 1 oxygen atom. So let me write that thing. Observe properly. Oxygen. Okay. Now, so carbon atoms we shall mark it. This is first carbon, second, third, fourth, fifth. You can observe first carbon is bonded through oxygen to fifth carbon. First carbon through oxygen, it is bonded to fifth carbon atom. Likewise, first carbon bonded through through oxygen atom. I hope it is clear now. So now we have each carbon atom, we consist of OH group and H group. So now how it will be is carbon atom with the 2 bonds, 2 groups present, 2 groups present. So that's why we are going to mark like this. Okay. Now, so which groups should be written above and which group should be written below? That is the thing. So whatever the groups are present on the right side, whatever the groups are present, so all those groups will come down. So right side whatever is there, it is going to come down. So first carbon will check. First carbon, OH is on the right side, that OH will come down. Left side one above. Okay. So second carbon, this is our second carbon. OH is on the right side, OH will come down, and H is on the left side, it is up. So third carbon atom, H is on the right side, so H will come down, OH is on the left side it is above. I hope it is clear. Next, so fourth carbon atom, OH is on the right side. That means that it is going to come down, and H is on the left side. It will be above. But fifth carbon, one side we have hydrogen, another side we have CH2OH. You need not to worry. Always CH2OH will be above only. CH2OH will be above and H will be down on the fifth carbon atom. So this is what the cyclic structure of glucose. I hope it is clear, the cyclic structure of glucose. So this is also called as Havertz projection formula, or the name of this compound is, so the name how it is going to change is, so it is alpha D, it is plus gluco, and we know that it is a pyran like structure, so that's why we name that one as a pyranose, glucopyranose. So alpha D plus glucopyranose structure it is, so the name of this compound. I hope it is clear. So likewise beta D plus glucose also will write it. So we'll compare. Already we have written the structure. So now we're going to write the next structure for it. So the name of that compound, the name is going to change. Beta D plus glucose, the name will be changing as beta D plus glucopyranose. Glucopyranose. We'll write the structure now. Same thing. First carbon bonded to fifth carbon atom through oxygen. And we know that it is how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups in a ring. Earlier, however, we have written the same. O. Okay. Now, so now number of carbon atoms will mark it. First carbon, this is our first carbon. Second, third, fourth, and it is fifth. Okay. So now we can make out the first carbon is bonded to fifth through oxygen atom. First carbon bonded to fifth through oxygen atom. So now above and below we have groups. Same thing. So whichever is on the right side will come, right side one always will come down, and left side one will be above. Right side we have H. So H will come down. Left side we have OH. It will be above. Likewise, we have so second carbon atom. This is our second, third, fourth. Second carbon atom, OH on the right side. It is going to come down. H is on the left side. Third one, H is on the right side. So H, right side one down, left side one above. Fourth carbon atom, OH on the right side. It will be down, and H on the left side. We know that CH2OH, which is the sixth carbon atom, always it will be above and H will be down. And this is what called beta D glucopyranose. I hope it is clear. So we have both the structures. So what alpha D glucopyranose or Havertz projection formula we have. Likewise, beta D plus glucose is also present. Both are both the structures we have. See how to write that one. And remember, all these structures you need not to by heart. Only one thing you should go through, that is this structure. If you know the structure, then any structure you can write it easily. Either it is alpha form or it is beta form. Easily you can write it. So first you should remember this structure properly. Okay, if it is alpha, then this O will be converted as OH. That will come on the right side. If it is beta, OH will be on the left side. Only these two things you should remember. That's it. I hope it is clear. Next monosaccharide we are going to discuss is fructose. It is an ketohexose. That is same 6 carbon atom it has with an ketonic group, and it is also been called as lavulose. It is also been called as lavulose, as well as fruit sugar. So lavulose, fruit sugar, then the formula will write it. So it is C6H12O6, same as glucose, the same formula, but the thing is it is keto, it is there, it is aldohexose. It is how it has been formed is, or how it has been manufactured is, we have a sucrose, that is a disaccharide. Formula is a C12H22O11. If it is hydrolyzed, if you are going to hydrolyze that one, then you are going to get two components. You are going to get this is a disaccharide which is broken into two monosaccharide units, C12O6. So this is our glucose and this is our fructose. So fructose is being obtained by the hydrolysis of sucrose. So this reaction already we have studied in case of glucose. So here for your understanding, once again I have written hydrolysis of sucrose leads to the formation of equimolar mixture of glucose and sucrose it is. Glucose and fructose it is. So it is an D series. It belongs to D series and it is a levorotatory. We have so it belongs to D series and it is levorotatory. That means that, so we can write that one as D minus. Levorotatory is nothing but my negative sign, that is it rotates the plane polarized light towards left side. So that is what levorotatory is. What is D series? That is what in our last class we have discussed. D and L it is. D and L series, that is D series is nothing but last chiral carbon containing OH on the right side. So if OH is on the right side, last chiral carbon, OH is on the right side, then it is D series. This is rotation towards the left side. Optically active substance or fructose rotates the plane polarized light towards left side. So it is D minus fructose. D is based upon the structure, minus sign is based upon the chemical activity or optical activity of that particular substance. So we shall write the first open chain structure of fructose, will write it. So it is an ketonic group. That means that, so we have first at this end we have CH2OH group is present. Next, second carbon will be an carbonyl carbon, because always we know that ketonic group is an divalent, or we name that one as bivalent. So two bonds it is going to form. So that's why, so it is present at the second position. Two carbon atoms over, third one, fourth, fifth. Sixth one already we know it is CH2OH group itself. So this is also CH2OH, CH2OH. This is our fifth carbon. Since it is D, that is nothing but OH group is on the right side. So fifth carbon, fourth carbon, one and the same. Third carbon, OH. Like glucose only. No need to worry. Glucose, how you are writing. For glucose also, fifth and fourth. Fourth and fifth, OH is on the right side. The same way you remember, that is that is more convenient. I hope it is clear. So OH is on the fourth and fifth carbon. OH is on the right side. So always try to write from the this end. This end you try to fill the OH groups. So these two last two will be OH on the right side. The next one will be opposite. The next one in glucose it will be opposite. But here it is carbonyl group. So you can write it H here again. This is H again. So this is what a Fisher projection formula or open chain structure of fructose. So we can name that one as D minus fructose. D minus fructose. Now hemiketal, how it is going to form and how it is going to lead to the cyclic structure we shall see. Oxygen with a lone pair and it is more electronegative, pulls the carbonyl carbon towards its side or a double bond towards its side, which makes oxygen negative, carbon a positive. Likewise, here we have fifth carbon atom, oxygen O plus, H plus, oxygen with the O minus. I hope it is clear. So the negatively charged oxygen atom is getting attracted towards the positively charged carbon. Negatively charged oxygen getting attracted towards the positively charged hydrogen. So how the structure is going to form, we shall see. Okay. Now, so this one we are going to write it C. This CH2OH. This side I'll be mentioning CH2OH. Okay. Now this carbon, this is the second carbon, this is the first carbon, this is our first carbon, this is our second carbon. So we didn't number it, we'll try to number it. 1 and this is 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our first carbon I had written here. This is our second carbon. Okay. So that second carbon, if you observe here, it is bonded to double bond and it has been converted as O minus now. That O minus gets attracted towards H plus. It becomes OH. It is OH like this. I hope it is clear. Now the third carbon atom, as it is you write, third, H this side, OH this side. Fourth, OH right side, H left side. Fifth, like this, H it is. Next, sixth one, CH2OH as it is. Now what is happening there? So the fifth carbon is bonded to second carbon atom through oxygen. So second carbon is bonded to fifth carbon through oxygen atom. I hope it is clear. So the second carbon bonded, you can also make it. You can just show the bond. You can just show the bond. The second carbon bonded to fifth like this. First will be above only. You can show in that way also. No problem at all. I hope it is clear. So this is what been observed. So this is what been observed, like the carbonyl carbon OH is on the right side. So we can name that one as alpha D minus fructose. Alpha D minus fructose. Okay. Next. So like this only we can write one more structure. So where here OH is on the right side. OH is on the right side. Next form OH will be on the left side. So if it is going to vary, we name that one as beta form. We are going to name that one as beta form. So we'll write it down. So here I'll show. So in the next structure I'll show. The first carbon will be above only. So it will be slightly, it will be varying because OH comes this side. So at that time we can change that one, or else if you are getting confused, no need to worry about it. So OH, I'll write it on the left side as it is. Everything is remaining same. So this is our second carbon. This is our first carbon. So third carbon H and OH. Fourth carbon OH H. This is our fifth and this is our sixth. Okay. Now So there is a bond between second and fifth now. This is what the bond is. So this is our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. This can be named as beta D minus fructose. I hope you have followed this one, and we shall continue in our tomorrow's class regarding the cyclic structure, Haworth structure of fructose. Haworth cyclic structure of fructose we shall see tomorrow, as well as we shall solve some competitive questions also in our tomorrow's class.